This is Brian, screenfiles.com and Trailing to Reaction. I honestly think the Irish, as in from the country of Ireland, make some of the best horror. Now that's not to say all their films resonate, but when they make really good horror, it is exceptionally good. I'm talking about A24 horror. It is just remarkable. Check out A Dark Song, check out Oddity, and there are many more. The point being, I don't know what it is about Ireland that seems to result in this. And even if their movies aren't great, they don't suck. They tend to be very meditative, very thoughtful horror films. I mean, I don't hate more sensational type horror, for lack of a better term, but there's something to be said for subtlety. There's something to be said for just being well done and very carefully done. I would argue that some of the best horror films in the recent day are Irish horror films. And what's best about them also is that they tend to do it with a minimum of resources. They don't tend to have expansive special effects. They don't tend to have, at least from my perspective, huge actors. They may be bigger actors in Ireland, but not in the United States. Yet somehow they manage to consistently crank out so many interesting, thought-provoking movies. I mention this because what I'm looking at today is the official trailer for An Taibhse, which is Gaelic, I believe, for the ghost. And this is the first horror film, apparently, done in the Irish language. And that's awesome because I only really learned in the past 10 or 15 years that there was such a thing as an Irish language. My ear was familiar with the Irish accent, but I never really knew that they had their own language. And so An Taibhse is done in Gaelic, and that's kind of fascinating. So let's take a look at the trailer.
But Helen too fin chocolate dish up.
Probably.
Shemai. Mal enemy there I listen over. Benefits Williams Coughlin. Bonus another can and tell me the other niche. Especially in Texas. You have to go for fractions.
Alexander Rush.
Well, that was the official trailer for An Taibhse, and it looks like it could potentially be remarkable. I like the idea that it's taking place seemingly in an old, I want to say manor house, or maybe that's a mansion. I don't know much about houses. In any case, there's something to be said for using an actual mansion to shoot in. For a start, you're not building sets. You have to deal with the restrictions of the environment. You have to be innovative in your use of the camera because you're not going to knock down walls of a structure that's potentially centuries old. You have to adapt to the situation. And this looks really good, and the eye for detail is astounding. As I was saying, Irish genre film tends to be exceptional in terms of quality, in terms of its story. It just works really well. And based upon this trailer, I expect this to keep that tradition alive. Now what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailing to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like, follow, or buy me a coffee. Peace.